Tonight only on 11 Alive, Atlanta now plays a key role in the nation's illegal drug supply. That's according to federal law enforcement.
Tonight, investigative reporter Zach Merchant reveals where the drugs are coming from and who's responsible.
For those who know where to look, illegal drugs and the addiction that follows are not hard to find. Recovery advocate Jeff Breedlove says in Atlanta, like in every major American city, it is an open secret.
It's a disease just like cancer. It does not discriminate.
Recent DEA drug interdiction operations give a glimpse at the scale of the problem. Roughly 370 kilograms of meth seized in Stone Mountain last week. Close to 400 kilos taken from Norcross last month.
Unfortunately, it's becoming very routine, this size, this quantity.
Around 1,100 kilograms of cocaine, worth roughly $15 million, tracked through metro Atlanta as part of a multi-state drug trafficking organization, according to the DEA.
The scope and breadth of it, but more importantly, was the violence that we saw with this.
9 people were indicted in that case in October. And while Robert Murphy, who leads the DEA's Atlanta division, says drugs are nothing new, where many shipments are now coming from might be a surprise.
The Sinaloa and the CJ&G.
Latin American cartels moving drugs to and through Atlanta.
So the highways, you can go up the East Coast, you can go out to Midwest, you can go, I mean, we have the highway system that makes it easy. All the drugs come through here, stockpiled, then they're shipped all over the U.S., and then the money comes back and is stockpiled, and then they ship down.
Atlanta is effectively a warehouse.
It's a warehouse.
And according to the DEA, it is a major warehouse.
So Atlanta, it's safe to say, in your view, Atlanta is one of the top 3 distribution hubs for the Sinaloa cartel in the United States.
Oh, absolutely, no doubt about it.
And with that flow of cartel drugs comes the powerful synthetic opioid, fentanyl.
When you grew up and I grew up, you could experiment and you didn't have to worry about being a fatal decision. It's fatal now.
It is a deadly game changer. It has made things exponentially worse.
A new and lethal threat to those who use drugs, a plight Jeff Breedlove understands.
As much as I lied to my spouse and my son and my employers and my friends, I lied to myself the most.
He spent decades in active addiction until he says an arrest at this DeKalb County motel changed his life.
Now you're able to come back here at this same site and look at it, and I see you smiling just a little bit when you talk about it.
Well, here's what I want you to know. Addiction's very real, and it's very deadly. But recovery is real too, and that's the good news.
Breedlove's survival and recovery, a success story the DEA hopes to support by taking drug traffickers off the streets.
But I can't even imagine what the streets would look like if we weren't out there doing what we're doing and preventing them and not making this into the Wild Wild West.
In Atlanta, Zach Merchant, 11 Alive News.
And Breedlove, who you just heard from in Zach's story, is now celebrating more than 7 years in recovery and says healing from addiction is always possible.
Now, if you are looking for resources for yourself or a family member, someone you love, Breedlove says his organization, the Georgia Council for Recovery, operates a hotline 7 days a week. You can call or text the CARES Warm Line. The number right here on your screen, 1-844-326-5400. You can contact them between 8 a.m. and 11:30 p.m. Again, the number 1-844-326-5400.